seeing a lot of the protests that were happening around the country. Why aren't we doing anything in San Jose? San Jose is one of the largest cities in the country. We have a huge population, like we're a majority city. We have a huge population of people who would have been affected and have been affected by this rhetoric of the campaign. Why haven't we done anything to show support for those marginalized communities?
I personally needed to know that, at least in my community and throughout the U.S., that I have allies, that there are people to turn to who will stand up when they see or hear hateful rhetoric towards the LGBTQ, immigrant, Muslim community. I needed to know that. I needed that reassurance.
I'm lucky to have grown up in a city where it's a very vibrant, diverse community. I have a face to put with these people that have been marginalized by the campaign. When Donald Trump talks about building a wall, it's not just like a faceless person who he's affecting when he makes that statement for me. I can think of specific people who have impacted my life and put that face. We're going to build a wall around that person, and it's really heartbreaking. And I guess that's why in San Jose, I think that's part of the reason why we had such a big turnout and a lot of people excited about the movement that we were trying to create, because that's true for most people in our community.
I wasn't ready to yell. I don't think that's where my head was at that time, and I don't think that is my place at this moment. And so when we got there, everyone was kind of milling around and just even looking at everyone's signs with all of their various creative messages on being positive and gay rights are human rights, women's rights are human rights. I think just being in the presence of everyone was what I needed and what was the best part for me, especially when we got to the end and people were placing their candles down, even if there wasn't necessarily a big structure of what was happening. Everyone was very respectful, just starting random conversations about why they're there, about what they do. And I think it was a very positive and peaceful place, and I think it was perfect.
I was really impressed and kind of touched by the fact that these people weren't coming out to contest a presidential election, but rather spread a message of love and hope for the community. And just the number of people who came up to me afterwards to share that sentiment, it gave me a lot of hope for at least the future of our community, that there are so many people with that love in their heart that are willing to support each other.